Hi guys, here's Stefan Laub. I hope you are still fine despite the COVID-19 crisis. We again try to use the time and make a new video. This time 3D parallax, a new feature of Qtile Pro 1.2.5. This version is released since last night and I show you how it works. We have here a simple setup. We have here parallax shader and I just render it, that you see something, then we talk about it. Basically, that is what it does. It is a virtual displacement that is, of course, a fake displacement, so it has a drawback. It won't be correct on the lines, not displaced. And of course, in the shadows, you will see that it's not really 3D. But for many, many things, it totally looks real and 3D, and it gives shadows to itself and so on. It can be very detailed. And it has no prepare time. It is not dependent on the base geometry tessellation. It needs no RAM, almost no extra RAM, and it renders super fast. So I show you what you can make with it. Despite, of course, the limitations, it is not meant as a replacement for displacement, but I guess it can be quite useful for some things at least. Good to know. You have to know, it is only working in engines that can render C4D shaders natively, because this is a 3D volume effect that can't be baked. So it's Corona render, V-Ray, and the internal engines, of course. Yeah? Okay. Show another one. A kind of brick setup. It renders totally fast, and I'll show you here how it works basically. So you have a Qtile Pro shader here, a super simple brick setup. You put whatever height data you want in the height channel, so we have a diffuse channel and a height channel. And we have a height setting. The step min max you normally don't have to touch. You can raise it if you have some artifacts, you need to raise it, but normally that works fine. You can set the shadow strength, the self-shadowing, and if you want some kind of specularity in the ambient light, but normally you can leave it as it is. And that's it. And then you put it in the basic shader, and you can put a copy also in the reflection. If you use reflection, it can be looking even more real then. So another one. Again, you see it renders very, very fast. This is now in V-Ray, so I'll show you afterwards in Corona. See kind of pavement, and I guess you can imagine for what all it can be good. It's a lot faster than normal displacement, and for many, many realistic shaders or materials, it just looks better with displacement. That's a fact. But it costs time, it costs RAM, it costs time to set up, time to clean up maybe the geometry. For most engines have some needs for the geometry to be okay for the displacement and so on. All that is gone in Corona and V-Ray and C4D in that case. For GPU engines you have to use the normal displacement. Usually in GPU it's very fast too either. But for all the others it's super time saving and helpful, I guess. So let's take another one. That you get just an idea. That's a funny one too. Tile Pro setup again, as I showed you, in diffuse channel and height map channel, and that also in the reflection. And you see here maybe good how it really does the self-shadowing. Yeah, so all the parts really do self-shadow. They also occlude the things behind. Yeah, so it's really actually inside this shader space. It's fully 3D. It's a volume data calculated inside Tile Pro. So it's a very complex calculation. Tile Pro is 3D in itself, and it uses this for the 3D parallax here. Be aware, I said, of course, it won't be on the borders displaced, so you have to use it in things where this doesn't matter or where you don't see that. I'll show you maybe another funny thing here, the C4D noise test I did. This shows you it works also with soft patch. So here I put in a soft patch. So actually it's this C4D noise here. I put it into Tile Pro. So Tile Pro has the 3D data and can put any image in. Actually, it has to be in Tile Pro, and then you can use it in the parallax. And this Tile Pro I used in soft patch to even mix it further. with some softness, and then I just render it. And I like the result also. It's kind of carpet or something, can make very funny effects. So it's a C4D noise mixed and remixed via soft patch to be endless in a nice way. 3D, of course, you can mix anything. I was just lazy, that's why I used the C4D noise, but just to prove you that this also works. Last not least, I show the same also in Corona. Corona is a great engine too, and very fast. And here I have a more complex setup. Actually, it's the scene that we recently added as a free bonus to Qtile Pro. It's a old brick wall, fully 3D, very detailed. Normally this uses displacement, but not in that special version. This is the parallax version of it. And the displacement version takes quite a bit at the start to calculate the displacement. And here I deleted the displacement. There's no displacement in it. And I just used a little bit of bump for the fine details. Actually, it wouldn't be needed. I could turn it off, but in this case, I did use it. And the rest is really just the Tile Pro parallax. And just let's render it. Oops. And here it comes. A full detailed 3D brick wall as a more real-world example. And there's no displacement, no nothing. All the 3D stuff is calculated on the fly. Okay. I hope you like this video. I just maybe show this with more depth that you see the difference. Let's render it fast. I hope you like this video, and more extreme effect. You see it's not 3D. And we will show more videos, of course, and we will share these parallax scenes, of course, in the parallax material. I use here a little bit new version that you might have. This optimized version comes probably tomorrow in the downloads. I wish you a good evening and see you soon. Thanks a lot.